Hey everybody, welcome. Just going to make sure we're all good for sound here. And welcome you to Yoga with Simone. If you're joining live, you can say hello. Say your hellos. Yeah, so this is my yoga channel, Yoga with Simone, and still love to say that in case you're still finding me for the first time, welcome. The classes here are live on Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern and 8 a.m. Pacific. And they stay on the channel indefinitely. So I guess as long as I decide to have this channel up, there's a nice catalog of classes that you can enjoy. So if you can't make it live, you can make it later on in the day or choose from the catalog of classes. Not sure how many we have up, but feel free. And classes are by donation. So what that means to me, and hopefully it means the same to you, is if you can help out and you want to acknowledge me with a donation, that's great. But if you can't and you found this channel and you love it and you're enjoying it, you coming to the mat is good enough for me as well. So enjoy your practice and thanks for joining. We're going to do our practice today with a playlist. It's being offered on Spotify, and it's today's date. It's first up on my handle name. It's called YIN Friday, February 19th. So if you wanted to get your playlist ready and get it launched, you can do that. I'm actually going to go and grab my tunes as well. And we'll get started in about 2 minutes. Get your water, get your 2 props. I'm asking for 2 blocks or stacks or rolled up towels for this practice today. Get your turmeric shots. I'm going to just turn down the sound, the outgoing sound, so don't worry if you don't hear anything for a bit. All right, sound should be back. It should be sounding decent. And hope you guys can hear me. Hi, Mom. Thanks for joining. Super happy to have you. All right. We're going to get started in about, I'm just going to give it another minute. So we'll start a minute late. Give folks time to settle, grab whatever they need in the way of playlist or props or water, like I just did. Especially if you partook in National Wine Day yesterday, which would make National Wine Day February 18th. Didn't know they had a National Wine Day. Not sure we need an excuse, but there you go. So, all to say, as we come to meet our mat today, whatever kind of shenanigans you got in the day before, just starting to transition into this space as a place of well-being and care for yourself. Whether you did National Wine Day or not. It helps to adjust as part of your practice. We've got the shapes, we've got the breath, but as we start to get into this in today's practice, it also helps to adjust whatever's going on in here. To acknowledge that you're making space for something, to acknowledge that you're coming to your mat for whatever your reasons are, to acknowledge those reasons, what you found your reasons to be as it relates to your practice. And you can deep breath in and deep breath out for that. As though permission or a resetting to meet this. All right, folks, we're going to lie down on our mat. If you're working with a playlist, bring your device with you. I'm going to count it down as I get to my back body. On the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You set up your sound. You make sure things are working. You give yourself permission to give attention to these devices for a beat as we set up. Because then the ask is that we let it go. From our corpse pose, feel the rise of your belly for the inhale. Feel the fall of your belly for that exhale. You're going to bring your right knee into chest, interlock your fingers, middle of the right shin. Breathe in. And tuck your chin in, neck long, and then pull your right knee in when relieving. Hold the pull here, don't hold the breath. Turn your left big toe inward and pointing straight up to the sky. If you want to add on, hover your left heel and left leg long. A little action and squeeze of the belly. Breathe in and out. Lift your head and lift your shoulders up so you squeeze your belly even more. Breathe in. Release the right leg long. Bring the left knee in, opposite grip at the middle of the left shin. Breathe out. You can put your head down. You can even put the right heel down, or if you like this bit here, you can hover the right heel. Right leg long, a little squeeze of the belly. Lift your head, lift your shoulders off the ground. Feel the squeeze of the belly. Take an inhale. Switch out the legs again. Exhale. Keep the hover of the left heel and keep the leg up and the head and shoulders up. Take a breath in. Switch out the legs. Inhale. Switch out the legs on the exhale. Inhale. Then switch out the legs. Inhale. Then switch out the legs through the exhale. One more. Breathe in here. Then switch out the legs. I lied. One more. Breathe in here. Then switch out the legs. Take an inhale to put your head and shoulders down. Take an exhale to release both soles of the feet onto the mat. Bend in the legs, knees look up. Breathe in. Wag both knees to the left. Breathe out. Little twist. Inhale, come up through the knees, soles of the feet on your mat. Exhale, knees wag to the right. Little twist. 2 more, 1 each side. Inhale, center with the knees, soles of the feet on the mat. Exhale, knees to the left. Inhale, back to center, soles of the feet ground. Exhale, knees to the right. Come back up to center, breathe in. Hug both knees into the chest and lift the head towards forehead to knees. Activating the belly for 3, 2. Keep the head up. Put the hands behind the knees and the calves. And then rock forward and back a couple of times. Swinging the feet, creating momentum. 3, 2, keep breathing. On 1, sit up. Breathe in. Turn around, tabletop, breathe out. Find your step into tabletop. Pause, press down, knees press down. Wag your tail. Go big or go home with the wag of the tail. And then as you wag the tail, start to make a little bit of shifts in the shoulders. They kind of round up or shrug up. And this wag of the tail extends into the back body, not to make any sense of the movement, just to feel for little stretches here and there, peaks of movement, rounding of shoulders, to arching of the spine perhaps, to bum back, to bum down, to bum up, whatever makes sense in the way of movement and warming up your body. Come back to neutral, go to tabletop, arch your spine, breathe in. Good. Round your spine, you tuck your chin in, breathe out. Go to an arch, you're dipping your belly down, your shoulder blades squeeze in. You're going to a round for cat pose, you're tucking your navel all the way in and up. Exaggerate the move of what's happening in the spine as you arch, breathe in. Exaggerate the move as you round the spine, breathe out. 2 more, take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale to arch. Exhale to round. Flat back, breathe in. Fan your right foot out to the right a bit, right shoelaces down on the ground or your floor. And then open your left hip on top of your right as you kick your left leg long. Breathe in, left arm high. Breathe out, left arm can point overhead if it's okay with your shoulder. For me, not today. Full breath in and out. You can bend the leg now. You can scoop the ankle. Full breath in and out. And come back to tabletop. And you'll fan that right foot back into neutral. Arch the spine and tabletop. Breathe in. Exhale, round the spine. Breathe out. 2 more. Move through, exaggerate these moves of the back body. We're going to be there later for yin. Exhale, round. One more, breathe in. Exhale, round. Flat back, take an inhale. Fan your left foot out, left shoelaces onto the mat or floor. And then as you kick the right leg back, open your right hip on top of your left, right arm to 12 o'clock if it's okay, breathe in. And then you can go overhead for right side body open. As you bring your arm back to 12 o'clock, you're going to bend the right leg, scoop the right ankle, right foot, and then kick the right knee back, grounding into your left shoelaces for support here. 3, 2. You'll release the leg, come back to tabletop, and then center the left shoelaces in tabletop. Arch the spine, breathe in. Try not to be able to get enough of this. Exhale, round the spine. Breathe out. One more. Round. Come back to a flat back, everybody. Breathe in. Exhale, pick up the knees, move into plank pose, and zip your inner thighs together. Pause here, breathe in. Rock a little bit to the right until you stack your left leg over your right. You can kick your left arm up, Vastisthasana, breathe in. You can stretch the left arm overhead, fingers point to the front of your mat, breathe out. Come back through to plank, zipped legs, breathe in. Rock over, roll over to the left side. Right leg on top. Right arm high, inhale and exhale. You can bring your right arm overhead if it's permissible for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, plank. Downward dog stretch, breathe out. Two more breaths in down dog. If you're modifying for any reason, your knees would go down and you'd make it like child's pose. So you get the same kind of architecture in the pose. Bum back, arms forward, palms grounding. Breathe in down dog or modified down dog of child's pose, breathe out. Lift your heels, bend your legs, inhale. Shake your butt, pedal out your feet. One more breath. One more exhale. Pause that, shake your butt, but heels high, breathe in. Right foot, left foot, top of the mat, forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, you could use your blocks, inhale. Exhale, fold, breath out. Let's stand up, arms overhead. Breathe it in. Exhale, hands to heart. Breathe out. Let's add on, arms high. Inhale. Cactus the arms. Bend. Elbows in line with your shoulders. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Exhale, left foot back so you can put your left knee down. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, twist the heart to the right and arms go long. Your left arm would be in line with your right arm, wrists in line with the shoulders. Breathe in. Feel the twist, feel the opening, breathe out. Sweep your arm forward, right arm. Both arms high. Inhale. Step your hands down. Go to plank. Zip your legs. Exhale. Breathe in. Rock over to the right side. Vastisthasana. Breathe out. Come back to plank. Take an inhale. Knees up or down and chaturanga. Bend your arms, elbows look back. Upward dog or baby cobra, slow and steady. And then push through downward face dog. Maybe en route, there's tabletop, child's pose, as you kick the bum up high. Left leg high, breathe in. Bend the left leg, stack the left hip over the right, breathe out. Straighten the leg, take an inhale. Bring the knee to nose, hold it there for an exhale. Breathe in. Step forward, left foot, right foot forward, fold, breathe out. Stand up, arms high, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Arms up, breathe in, we keep going. Cactus the arms, arch the spine, elbows in line with the shoulders. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Right foot back and right knee down. Exhale. Anjane arms, they go high. Breathe in. Twist your heart to the left, arms long. And pause here and open it up in the twist. Bring your left arm forward with right, both arms high. Breathe in. Hands down, zipped legs plank. Breathe out. Heels, toes touch, take an inhale. Roll over to the outside of the left foot. Vashisthasana, exhale. Arm back, palm down, plank, breathe in. And then chaturanga to the floor, breathe out. Upward face dog or baby cobra, maybe a little higher in the heart in baby cobra. And then push to downward face dog, breath out. Right leg high, inhale. Bend the leg, stack the hip, open all the way through the right side. Straighten the leg, breathe in. Knee to nose, hold it there, breathe out. Take an inhale with the hold there, squeeze the belly. Step forward, left foot follows suit, forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe it in. Exhale, forward fold. Stand up, arms high, whisk them forward. Hands to heart, breathe out. Kick the arms forward and up. Take an inhale. Cactus the arms. Open the heart, maybe more. Hips forward. Inhale, arms high. Feet together, chair pose. Breathe out. Utkatasana, arms high. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Bow in. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Exhale, chaturanga in one step and one breath. Upward face dog or baby cobra. Thighs would lift for up dog. Downward face dog. Breathe out. Beautiful. Right foot steps behind right wrist. Left heel down, left toes out, warrior one. Breathe in. Stay put, bend the front leg and lunge, breathe out. Hook the thumbs over top of you, keep the arms long and strong, breathe in. Reach the arms up and over to the right. Come forward or up, I should say, center, inhale, hands down, right into plank to chaturanga, exhale. Upward face dog, pause it, lift the heart, shoelaces down. Downward face dog, exhale. Left foot steps behind left wrist hand, angle the right heel down, right toes out. Warrior one, Vira one, inhale, arms high. Stay put, ground through the feet, deeper bend, exhale. Hook the thumbs, opposite grip, in breath. Up and over to the right. Come back up, center, breathe in. Put the hands down, move through to chaturanga. Breathe out. Land in down dog for 3, 2. Feet together, zip the legs, take an inhale. And then hop through. Forward fold, exhale. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway up. Exhale, bow. Chair pose, complete Surya B. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, stand up, hands to heart. Breathe out. And drop the arms, take a pause here. Full inhale. Full exhale. Take your arms high, in breath. Again, cactus the arms. Really lift the heart. Exhale, breath. Arms high, straight spine. Breathe in. Exhale, sit, arms high. Take an inhale, look forward. Kick the arms back long, heart forward and up. Inhale the arms forward. This time, hands to heart. Twist to the right. Exhale. You can open up the arms long. You can prayer hands. You can also support your lower spine with right hand. And rotate truly from that center place, the thoracic spine, for 3, 2, 1. Come out of it, stand tall. Breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe out. Halfway lift, inhale. Kick your left leg back long, standing splits, exhale. You can template your hands on your blocks if that's handy. So it's almost like a halfway lift, supported. 3, 2. Micro bend the right leg. Step into crescent lunge. Left ball the foot down. Sweep the arms forward. Breathe in. Sweep them down and back. Heart down, but belly off the front thigh. Sweep them forward. Breathe in. Woo! Down and back. One more. Forward. Inhale. Come into second warrior. Plant your left heel. Look your left toes slightly forward. Arms long. Reverse your warrior with your right hand up, back, stretch. Inhale. Come back to second warrior. Exhale. Straighten your front leg and fly your warrior. Breathe in. Heel toe the back foot slightly in and see if you can come into triangle, hips back, right arm down. You can kick the left arm up if that's permissible. Whew. If you're like me in a certain kind of shape, who knows how long this injury will stick in. You make do. Keep your left rib cage up and back. Option to lengthen the right arm. Forward, fingertips reach forward. You can turn your right pinky finger up to the sky a little more for 3, 2. Come back to warrior 2. Breathe in. And then go into half moon, stacking that left hip on top of the right. Same little details as we do in Vastisthasana or as we did in the beginning with our right knee on the ground and left leg long. Can you bend the left leg, pull in the left foot or ankle, and do that to encourage an open space all the way into your torso. Three, 2. Listen, long your left leg, half moon, breathe in, standing splits again. Second time on this side, left hip turns in and down, but see if you can walk your hands beyond your right heel and fold in. 2, 1. Halfway lift through the heart, leg stays up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Kick up, breathe in, lift the heart, look forward. Left knee to left elbow, squeeze the belly. You'll micro bend the right leg for this. Kick up, breathe in. Step back, breathe out. Open your right hip on top of your left, whether you modify your Vastisthasana or layer your right leg on top of your left, right arm overhead. Come back, plank pose, zip the legs, take an inhale, and then chaturanga through the exhale. Upward face dog, land your shoelaces, pick up your knees and thighs. Downward face dog, exhale out. Heels high, micro bend the legs, breathe in. Big step or hop, top of the mat, fold, breathe out. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale forward, fold, breath out. Stand up, arms high, in breath. Cactus the arms, open the heart, keep this open. Maybe go further each time, arms high, breathe in. Feet together, chair pose, breathe out. Arms high, look forward, inhale. In chair, wipe the arms back, wash the arms back, exhale. High through the arms, low sit, breathe in. Prayer hands, twist to the left, breathe out. You can open your arms, both arms long. You can support your lower spine or straight up Pavrita Utkatasana. Keep an eye on opening the torso, thoracic spine for 3, 2, 1. Come out of that. Stand up. Take an inhale. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Kick your right leg back into standing splits, breathe out. You can support this standing splits with hands on your block standing up tall. That might help you turn your right hip in and down a little more. Prepping the left leg for our triangle pose in a bit for 3, 2. Big inhale, a little lift of heart and right leg. Right ball of the foot down on the ground, back of the mat, crescent lunge setup. Whisk your arms forward, breathe in. Whisk them down and back, face the belly down, but not all the way down on the thigh, arms back. 2 more. Forward up. Exhale, down and back. Next time you come forward up, turn your pinkies inward, arms long. So a little double stretch in the arms. Exhale, back. Come forward and up, breathe in. Open to warrior 2, plant your right heel down. Ground with arms long, wrists in line, open chest for 3, 2. Face your left palm up, reverse your warrior. Breathe in. Stretch. Come back, breathe out. Arms up, straight leg. Inhale. Exhale, triangle from flying your warrior. You can heel toe the back foot in a bit. Get into triangle, hips back. Inseam of the left leg. Feeling the open space as you rinse your right rib cage up and back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Rotate the right shoulder blade back and down the length of your spine. 2, 1. Come into warrior 2, so you're bending your front leg. Inhale. And then exhale, half moon, lean lunge forward. Kick up the right leg long to stack the right hip on top of the left. bend, move to Chapasana, slow and steady with steady eyes. But as you kick through the right knee, it's the intention to develop that kick so strong through the torso body. Opening, rotating the right shoulder back, 2, and 1. Long right leg, half moon. Do that first, breathe in. Right hand down, either on your props or not, standing splits with the right leg high. As you fold your heart in, walk your fingertips off blocks if they are, and try and walk them down the mat behind your left heel. And then maybe forward as you halfway lift, take an inhale. And then right knee to right elbow, it will micro bend your left leg. Kick up, lift the heart, feed the right heel high, inhale. Right knee to right elbow. Kick up, breathe in. Yeah, right knee to right elbow. Take an inhale, kick up. And then step back and heel toe the left foot into Vastisthasana, left leg on top of the right. You can also do modification. You can take the left arm overhead, breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Come back to plank as you inhale. And then make for Chaturanga, exhale. Upward face dog, breathe in. Move through to downward face dog for 2 breaths. Beautiful work. Heels high, micro bend the legs, inhale. Just step 2 steps forward in your down dog on the balls of the feet. Heel toe or toe heel, or step the feet wider, mat width distance, heels in, toes out. Walk the hands inward. Sit your bum down into Malasana squat. Should be in the middle of your mat. And ground in through the heels. And maybe use the elbows to widen the space between the knees as they slightly or a lot press in. And then out of the high heart and more of the straight spine, start to round in. Duck the head. Tuck the chin, letting the weight fall forward, opening the upper spine across the shoulder blades, breathe in and out. And 2 more breaths in and out. Round up, head coming up last in this Malasana. Breathe in. Yeah. And then hands forward, heels lift. Rotate your knees inward and start to put them up on your upper arms. Walk your hands far enough forward that you can bend your arms. Create a little bit of a shelf for your knees to sit on for Bakasana. The practice of this is 1 foot at a time. For me, that's where I'm coming back to, almost the fundamentals of this, because I'm still easing my shoulder back into a place of taking this weight. So that's what my Bakasana looks like, meaning yours can look any which way too. Tucking your belly in, 1 foot at a time up. And then maybe you hop through to Chaturanga or step into plank. Breathe in. Your exhales are for the Chaturanga, so that your inhales are for the upward dog. And then downward dog, or modifying through, all the ways that you can make your way. Take a big inhale. 2 big steps forward. Forward fold. 2 exhale. Breathe in, stand up right away. This time interlock the hands behind the head. Press the head up and back. Lift the chest. Two more of these. Inhale, lift up, look up, arch. Exhale, come out. One more, breathe in. Keep elevated heart. Maybe more of an arch. Exhale, come out. Kick the arms up and your right knee high. Breathe in. Send your right knee back. Move into dancer's pose. So pause as you hold your right ankle foot and your left arm stays up. Knees are in line. Pause here to maybe acknowledge what's in the space of the chest, the torso, because the back bends we were just doing can make a little bit of turn in the stomach happen. And as much as dancer's pose is a hip opener and all sorts of things, it's a huge opener in the spine as well. Then you start to kick from a place of strength and grounding. Grab about 3 more breaths and then bring the knees together to stand up the heart high. Take a step down when you're ready, hands to heart. Half sun salutation, arms high. Breathe in. Weight forward in the fronts of feet fold. Breathe out. Fold all the way, then halfway lift. Long spine, breathe in. And then fold one more time and breathe out. Take your interlocked hands, put them behind your head, wide your elbows and do a halfway lift. It'll encourage a longer spine. Stay, breathe in. All the way up with the hands behind the head, breathe out. Arch the spine. Inhale, look up and back. Exhale, come out of that. Kick the arms up, left knee high, breathe in. Send that left foot back, scoop the left foot up, ankle or foot, right arm high. Take the pause to feel grounded. To assess. Then kick through the knee back, straight back rather than out. Kick as much as you can with space of breath, and of course what your body can do, whether you're managing injury modification for 3, 2. You come back to knees together, breathe in, and you'll step down, palms to heart, breathe out. Inhale the arms down. Exhale, stand, look forward, neutralize your chin. Breathe in, chair pose. Breathe out, fold. Halfway lift on an inhale. Heel toe the feet wider. Toes again out, heels in, sit the bum down, Malasana squat. Take your arms forward, breathe in and out. See if you can sit down, calm and steady. Make your way into Navasana, boat pose. Kick straight up if you can. Keep your heart high, squeeze your belly. Go Ardha Navasana, breathe in. Exhale where we started, right knee in. Take an inhale here. Switch out the legs, exhale. Take an inhale here. Switch out the legs, but keep the arms long. Take an inhale here. Switch out the legs. Inhale. Switch out legs, exhale. Inhale. Switch out legs, exhale. Inhale. Then switch out legs, exhale. One more, breathe in. Ooh, switch out legs. Draw both knees in, inhale. Hug, exhale. Lie the head down. Put the soles of the feet on the mat. Put the hands on the belly. We're going to transition to yin. If your blocks are not nearby, you might need to scoop them up and get out of this shape. No problem. And then lie back down. First yin pose, a little bit of space across the belly where we were just working. A little squeeze. Lift your bum, take one of your props. Breathe in. Exhale, scoop, bum up, and then block underneath sacrum. Try the block, stack at a maybe medium height. Sacrum is just above your butt cheeks, underneath the base of the spine, base bone. Should feel like a sweet little stretch in the belly and hips. Much like we started the practice with a bit of transitioning our frame of mind without totally leaving the space of where you are now, it's okay to acknowledge all the ways in which you want to make sure this practice still stays on track for you. Sometimes it's as simple for me, but as profound as acknowledging what my body is capable of. That's especially the case for me when you're working with an injury. It's a pretty big dose of humility, but it's also a pretty big dose of gratitude for all the ways that we take just simple movements for granted. And then also just acknowledging what's possible even if you're dealing with something that has its limitations. You can take this shape a little further into a level of intensity and sensation that might suit you. You can lengthen your legs. Take about 2 breaths, especially in the exhale territory, to acknowledge if it's a right fit, but to also be super aware of not being too scared of exploring a little bit of discomfort. That's different than pain. Yogis, if your legs are long in this supported back bend, you want to take one step at a time to soles of the feet on the mat. All of the gestures of movement happen super slow in our yin practice. Sure, there's a little more flow in our vinyasa practice, but allow for space in between the movement to exist. All soles of the feet on the mat, knees look up, bend in the legs. Peek your bum a little higher off that block or stack, and then slip the block or stack out from underneath so you can sneak your bum back down. Keep a bend in the legs, feet about hip width distance. Breathe in. And with an exhale, wash your legs to the left until they fall into space and rest. And come back through the knees, up to center. Breathe in. And wash your knees, both knees, right, to the right. Feel the space in between space on the way down till they rest. They either rest into gravity or they might go all the way to the floor. Come up through the knees so your feet rest flat onto the mat. Knees look up. Breathe in. And then slowly you're going to take a seat up. Make sure your legs can be long for a beat and your sit bones can ground to the ground. And you're going to take one of your props. If it's a block like mine, or whether it's a foam block, whatever it is, it's at this height. So if my hand was the floor, that's where it's going to land. It goes behind you in the hopes of meeting the midsection of your back body, which is directly behind your rib cage, the heart of your rib cage. So that what happens here, which is a nice little detail, is it hits kind of your thoracic spine pretty perfectly. And a little bit of your lower. But the heart of the stack is behind the heart of the ribs and behind the heart of the thoracic spine. And you can step the soles of the feet to the mat as you make sure your bum is grounded on the floor, and so is your head. And then you can bring the soles of the feet together and knees wide. If you have any other things that you like to add on, like support with a little wee bolstering or pillow underneath your head, you could do that too. The purpose of where we are is to really work the whole heart of the spine and torso body. And so we're just making our way into all these places we already opened up, twisted a bit in our yang practice. And the tendency, because of the intensity of this pose, is sometimes we almost hold back on the wholeness of our breath. And so notice if your breaths have gotten a little shorter and sharper, and then try and meet that moment. Try and meet it with a bigger inhale, an intention of letting things in and through. And a big exhale. And with the soles of the feet together and knees wide, and that kind of thrusting of the rib cage open and the center of the heart opens, we start to be aware of our center line. And if you can fall into the grace of opening that, if you can follow the suit just of how you've set your body up, to be okay to be open. And take 2 more breaths, and as you inhale, try and fit in a few extra sips. I'm going to close the knees like a book. You can lengthen your legs, and you can put your hand behind your head to pick up your chin and head a little higher than your heart. And then as you squeeze your belly, you can put a little pressure into the elbows and forearms to help you sit up, so that you can eventually, as soon as possible, get back down to a flat back once you've removed your stack from behind you. And 2 resting, return to neutral breaths. You can come up to a sit. You might even roll over to your side body to make your way. You're going to get your 2 props. And the one stack this time, one of them will be at a slightly higher height. That's going to catch the upper back body across the shoulder blades. So you might need to eye how that's going to happen when you lie down. Second prop goes down a little lower, but it tees up behind the first prop. And if you hit it and it's not exactly right, you can adjust your body. Again, that first stack that's a little higher, right behind the chest body. Second stack, a little lower, catches your head. For your legs, you can just step them wider, get really long legs, heels wide, heels to each corner of the mat. I call this open heart surgery. Other names are fish pose, open heart proper. It's not without its challenges of getting into your body and forcing, in a way, an initial opening that might not feel true. Give it a few breaths just to see if you can try it on for size. If your head's hanging back too much and there's a lot of pressure on the neck, you can bring up the prop underneath your head to match the height of the one underneath your shoulder blades. Try not to be in a place of fight with this. You want to rest in, so create the stacking of the props accordingly. As we settle in, maybe part your jaw. Maybe close your eyes. Feel the tongue loosen in your mouth. And then big sweeping breaths. Lots of relief on the exhale. Even if it gets a little loud and proud. You can stay here for a bit longer. The deal that you need to make with yourself and with me is that a Shavasana corpse pose comes after this pose. So there's a good chunk of time you can give over to this pose in your yin practice. But you need to honor a Shavasana afterwards. You'll feel, once you get there, the benefits of this pose even more. Best way out when you do is to help your head up and then come to a sit and remove your stacks from behind you. And again, right away, getting into Shavasana, wasting no time to find home. No rush to get to Shavasana, but a must get to. You can't just go and collect 200, as they say. This is the 200. Have a very sweet day, guys. Be back here on Sunday for Yin. Lots of love. Namaste.